Hello everyone and welcome. This is Olga from It Is Already Yours, and today I'm going to talk about exactly how to live in the end result of and assuming that your wish has been fulfilled, that it is already done. So of course, this is how we manifest. We assume that it's done. It's mine. My wish has been fulfilled. So how do you create that assumption within yourself? I'm going to tell you exactly how you do create it, and before I dive in, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel and like this video. Your support just means so very much to me. Okay, so how exactly do you assume that your wish has been fulfilled? How do you assume with absolute confidence? At its core, this is what manifesting is. We assume that we already have our desire. It is done, it is mine. You create the inner assumption with your imagination that you already have your desire. Now, sometimes when we do hear the word imagination, we can think of child's play, right? But using your imagination to create the visual, the thoughts and feelings and beliefs of already having your desire is extremely potent, because your subconscious mind doesn't know what's real or not. So by creating an image in your mind, your subconscious mind thinks it is real. And then the more you're focusing on it, you're rewriting your subconscious programming to believe it. And then your subconscious mind gets to work to create that reality for you. Don't forget, your subconscious mind literally gets to work and create 95 to 97% of what your reality is based on what you tell it. And this is how you can harness its power to really create the life you want from any angle. There are also so many psychological and scientific research studies that prove that this is why affirmations and vision boards actually work. And when you truly focus on what you do want and simply believe it, that it's your reality, it's yours. So the way you exactly do this, and I'm going to break it down for you, is the first thing you want to do is get into an imaginal act, or try to conjure up an inner experience of having your desire. You can close your eyes and just go dropping deep into your inner space of trust and knowing. Now, some people like to call this imagination, or some people like to call it your inner world. But what you're doing is you're going to start to use both your mind and your thoughts and feelings to land in what it would feel like if you were the person who already had the desire. So we'll do two examples to make it clear. We'll do money in a relationship, just so you can get a feel for both. So let's say you're manifesting money. You'd close your eyes and you'd go within, which just means you bring your awareness within you. And you start to conjure up the feeling of what it would feel like if you were a person who had, say, $10,000, for example, in your bank account right now. Okay, so you can focus on the exact amount of money you're manifesting. It doesn't really matter. Or you can even just stay very general and say you're just picturing a lot of zeros in your bank account. It's fine. But what you want to do is conjure it up. Imagine it. Feel into it. So you imagine having that $10,000 in your bank account right now. And then what do you feel like knowing that you have $10,000 in your bank account right now? You might feel like, oh, okay, this feels good. It feels really abundant. It feels expansive. I feel really proud and confident. So there is a version of you that currently exists that already has this desire. And when you are that version of you in your imagination, you feel a particular way. If you're someone who maybe doesn't have a lot of money in your bank account right now, if you transition into the imaginal space of having a lot of money in your bank account, it's going to open you up. It's going to feel so abundant. It's going to feel so expansive. It's going to feel really exciting now, okay? And what you want to do is catch that feeling and truly embody it. Shift into the identity of the person who has that feeling within them. It's like having a laser focus on just that end result, all right? And there's a very particular feeling and tone. It is associated with thoughts, but it's a very particular feeling tone of having your desire. And it's almost like you catch the feeling, make it a little juicy and really feel into it. Okay, great. Having 10 grand in my bank account feels a particular way. I feel so abundant and it feels really good and I feel expansive and I feel open and I feel excited. And by catching that feeling, you have landed in the assumption of the wish fulfilled. You have landed in living in the end result of what you want. And it's a very particular frequency of having your desire, right? So once you connect with it and land in it, you want to return to that feeling, that inner experience as much as possible, because returning to it is going to evoke the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and it's going to become a more dominant state within you. Now, the universe always gives you what you truly embody, and you can desire it all you want, but unless you become a vibrational match to its frequency, it won't show up. So by continuing to connect to the feeling and landing in that inner experience of having that money and that abundance and that amazing feeling of feeling so expansive, you embody it and you become a vibrational match to it. So it must be brought to you. Okay, so let's look at being in a relationship that you're manifesting now. It doesn't matter if it's a specific special person or a new person. What you want to do again is close your eyes and you go within. Okay, what would it feel like if I was with my person, my soulmate, the person, the one I love more than most in the world, and they love me most in the world? What would it be like if they were right here next to me, loving me? You'd know you were loved and you'd know you were chosen, and it would be a fact, right? And so what would that feel like? Then you start to conjure up the inner experience of the thoughts and feelings you would be having and believing and trusting in deeply. I feel chosen. I feel loved. I feel wanted. I feel happy. I feel expansive. I feel so beautiful. Of course, choose the words that feel right to you, but make this practice totally your own. But what you're aiming to do is focusing on the thoughts and feelings you would have in the beautiful, loving relationship you want. And there's a particular feeling tones to being with someone or being someone who is loved, chosen, adored, devoted to in a relationship. It feels a particular way. It feels very different than being single and feeling unwanted, right? But if you feel loved, wanted, chosen, absolutely adored, it feels a really particular way within you. So now you're using your mind to imagine the person you are and will be in a beautiful, loving relationship. And if it helps you, you might be thinking of a special, specific person and you're imagining they're saying special things to you like, I love you. I want to be with you. There's no one else like you. So maybe imagining them saying things like that helps evoke the inner experience and make it even more real for you. And the inner experience doesn't have to be incredibly strong or potent, but it should be making you feel like a new person who already has this amazing desire, like a person who's in a relationship, a person that has that money in the bank account, and this is how you assume that your wish has been fulfilled. Or this is how you assume it's done. It's already yours, okay? You connect to and catch the inner feeling of already being that person who has the relationship, who has the money, and it feels a particular way. And you start to embody it and feel a particular way. And then as a powerful manifestor, as the creator of your own life, your job is to return to that inner state as much as possible, to practice that inner state as much as possible. When you do start looking at the current 3D and it starts to worry you a little bit, catch yourself and go straight back into, okay, wait a minute. What does it feel like to be someone who's in the relationship? I feel loved. I feel chosen. I feel adored. I feel beautiful. I feel wanted. My person loves spending time with me. He loves being with me. Always catch yourself when you start feeling the opposite of that. And remember, hang on, I'm going back here. What does that feel like again? To have what I want? And you don't have to really get analytical about it. It could just be a very general feeling of just contentment. I'm wanted, I'm loved, I'm good enough, I'm so worthy. It can be a very general feeling of just feeling loved and adored. But what you're doing is you're training yourself out of feeling like you're not wanted and not chosen and that you're lonely or not with someone. And you're training yourself into catching those old thoughts and feelings that are no longer serving you and switching your mindset back into, no, I am loved, I am chosen, I am wanted, I am cherished and adored. And by practicing this process of catching the feeling of the wish fulfilled, like it's already done, you're shifting. You're shifting who you are, who you associate yourself to be, how you feel as a person, how you feel as a partner. You're changing your inner world or concept. And when you start to feel more and more comfortable being someone who is loved, who is wanted, who is wealthy, who is abundant, or is healthy, or anything you want to be, when that becomes a very natural experience for you internally in here, you will naturally manifest it out there. This is the basis of manifesting. This is exactly how you do it. Once you get the hang of this, it can become so very easy and it can become really fun. It's all about just using your inner world to conjure up the inner experience of having your desire. Everything is available to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You are literally the most powerful creator. This is easy to do it, and it just takes some practice and focus and conjuring up that inner experience. And when you become a master of that, you can have anything you want. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you have found it helpful, please make sure you like this video and comment below, and I'll see you soon. I'm sending you so much love and light. Bye.